The penny stock market is on fire. We had a 100% plus penny stock runner every single day last week. The market is hotter than grandma's cookies straight out of the oven. It's hotter than a trip across the Sahara Desert with no water and no camel to ride on. The penny stock market is hotter than Britney Spears in the 90s. The penny stock market is on fire, and when the market's hot, we gotta get to work. So I woke up this morning, I laced up my boots, I packed the lunch pail, and I rode the elevator down into the Touchdown Trades trading dungeon, and I ran the Sunday penny stock scan. And typically I scan for stocks trading under $15 and a certain market cap. But you guys have been saying, Kevin, you're talking about stocks that are over $10. Those aren't penny stocks. Well, I classify penny stocks based on the market cap, not necessarily the stock price. But you guys are my trading besties, you're my trading BFFs, so today we're going to be talking about the top 5 penny stocks trading under $5. Let's quit wasting time and jump into these charts. All right, trader homies. So the first ticker we're going to talk about is IBIO. It is IBIO Inc. is the company, and what they do is they are a vaccine company, and they're very unique in that they produce organic vaccines. And you guys all know why that's important in today's day and age, because of the time we're living in and the ugly disease that has ravaged through our country, creating a pandemic. And also it's important because people are very nervous that even if there is a vaccine found for the Rona, that the harmful side effects may outweigh the benefits of actually getting the vaccine. So if this IBIO Inc. can come out with a organic vaccine that isn't harmful to your body, then people might be more willing to get the vaccine. And I'm not saying that any potential vaccine will be harmful to your body, but I know that a lot of the country is worried about that. So this IBIO Inc. comes into play in that aspect. And not only do we have that working for it, we also have a really nice chart set up going on here. We can see that we had this level, the 350 level, that acted as resistance for the past 6 months or so. We finally broke over that, and we've been pulling back into it over the last few weeks. We've been pulling back pretty hard. What I'm going to be looking for is I'm going to be looking to get long this IBIO into this gap fill. We have a gap fill here at 415, and gaps often act as support or resistance because you're gapping over that level. In order to get back under it, you're going to need a lot of downward pressure. So it should act as support, and we can use that gap area to risk off of. So we're going to use that 415 area as our risk, and we're going to be looking for this thing to bounce back up over $5. We got a really nice risk to reward on this trade, and I like the setup a lot. That is trade number 1. IBIO is the ticker. Let's move on to trade number 2. Ticker number 2 is going to be this OGEN, another vaccine company working on COVID vaccines. And this ticker has kind of flown under the radar. We haven't had the day traders come into it and really run it up here. They came out with news about a week ago that their drug that they're working on has shown success in mice when they've ran studies on mice with the drug that they're working on to combat the Rona. So nice PR there, and if we could get another PR here, it could give us a nice pop, and the chart is also setting up nice. So not only do we have the potential of a PR, which we always like to be in a trade when we think there could be possible news coming out to our benefit, and we also have a chart that has been very strong, is pulling back, and we can get long into the pullback. So we're going to be looking for this thing to hold support here at the $1 level. We have the $1 support area. This prior pivot is going to be our stop loss. And we're going to look for this thing to push back up towards 150, giving us a really nice risk to reward ratio. Not a huge trade. I'm not going to be looking for much. but I'm going to be looking to accumulate this thing starting Monday morning into this $1 pivot, and we'll see if we can get a push back up towards 140 and 150. That's trade number 2. OGEN is the ticker. All right, trader homies. If you guys could do me one huge favor before we get on to trade number 3, and that would be to smash like. Give the like button the old touchdown trades jab in the eyes. You know, the snake eye jab. Give the like button the snake eye jab. It's just been talking crap. The like button has been talking so much crap. I just want to give it the judo chop. All right, trade number 3. ABUS Arbutus Pharmaceutical, another biotech, works on the production of hepatitis drugs and therapeutics. The chart is looking pretty tasty here on this ABUS. We ran up huge on day traders coming into it and have sold off considerably since, but this thing is due for a bounce, and we like to pounce. No, I didn't mean to rhyme there. I wasn't trying to rap, but we like to pounce on overreactions in the market. So we had an overreaction up, then an overreaction down, and it's time for us to come in and buy this thing for a little bit of a dead cat bounce. So we have a nice support level back here at this 350 area. We're currently trading at 380. So we're going to be looking for this 350 to act as support. Not only do we have interactions in this area, 350, back there in December, February, and March, we came up and recently retested it on this high volume and finally broke over it. And when you have such a valid level like that and you break over it, it's going to be hard for that thing to come back smashing right through it on the first try. So I think we should be all right to use that 350 level as our risk. It may take a few tries. If it is ever going to get back through there, it may take a few tries, and I think we can use it as our risk, and we can get a pop back towards $5 a share. So we're getting about a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio on that trade, making ABUS, ticker ABUS, an A+ setup for a swing trade next week. I really like this, probably my favorite chart of the bunch. That is going to wrap up ABUS trade number 3. All right, trader homies. Trade number 4 is going to be on this BENGO, ticker BNGO, not BENGO. But what they do is they manufacture tests relating to DNA testing and chromosome testing. The reason I like this ticker is because the chart is setting up really nice, and we have analysts coming in recently last week saying this thing is ready for blast off, talking about making a 100% move higher. So not only do we have analysts, the old analysts coming in, kind of like the weatherman. They're typically never right, but when they start talking about a penny stock making a 100% move, it can spark retail interest, what can give it a quick little pop. I want to reiterate, guys, we are not buying these stocks to invest in long-term and bag hold them. If you try to buy these and just hold them without following the price action and hope they go up, you will lose your money faster than getting drunk at a strip club on Friday night in downtown. You will just lose your money fast. Just throw it away. Just go to the strip club and just throw it. Because we have to trade the price action, we have to trade the chart. And we do have a nice little chart set up on this BNGO. We can see when day traders come into this thing, it can run up real fast as volume comes into it. Typically, when penny stocks, the day traders come into it, you get a nice little pop, and that's what we're going to be looking for here. We can see we have a nice little run up a couple weeks ago, forming into a bull flag. Let's dive into a little bit of a faster time frame to plot this trade out. Let's go to a 20-day, 1-hour chart, and we can see the bull flag in a faster time frame. So here we have the flagpole, and then we got the flag. So we're going to be using this 70 cent, 72 cent level as our risk, and we're going to look for this thing to break back over the $1 level. So we got a really nice risk to reward on this BNGO. We have analysts coming in talking that they like the stock, which is a double catalyst, and we like the double catalysts. So we're looking for 72 cents to hold as our risk, and we're looking for this thing to break $1. That's going to wrap up trade number 4. Let's move on to the 5th and final trade. All right, guys, I had to do it. I'm sorry, I had to do it. But the chart is too pretty, or I just had to do it. The chart is so beautiful. The final trade is going to be on ticker WKHS Workhorse Group. I'm sure you guys are familiar with this ticker. It is an electric vehicle manufacturer. They manufacture final stretch delivery vehicles in the electric vehicle space. And yes, it is over the $5 threshold. Yes, it is. I apologize, but just look at this daily chart here. It is something to admire. I want to print it out, put it in a frame, and hang it over my bed. But if I did that, my girlfriend would probably break up with me because she likes to decorate, so I'm not going to do that. But we do have this WKHS making a really nice run up. It has since pulled back, and we're getting the bull flag, just the most beautiful bull flag you've ever seen in your life. We're going to dive into a little bit faster time frame. Let's go down to a 30-minute chart, and we can see that it's holding this support here at $14.30 or so, and that's going to be our risk. We're getting a little bit more of a wider risk here, so we're going to need to get a bigger move out of this. Our first take profit is going to have to be higher because we're risking more. So right now we're trading at about $15.50. We're risking about $1, so we're going to need to get this thing back towards these highs at $17.60, those most recent highs. If we look at a daily chart, we're going to need at least $17.50, $17.60 out of this. Here's our risk, and we can even hold a piece to retest those $20 levels. So that's going to wrap up the 5 top penny stocks under $5 right now. I appreciate the views, guys. The channel's growing at a faster pace than I could have ever expected. If you haven't yet subscribed, consider subscribing. If you're into swing trading, day trading, and the top runners in the market, we go over and analyze them every day, then consider subscribing. That's all I ask from you guys. I appreciate the view. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Until next time, peace.
Drop.